Okay, so this video is a quick explanation as to some of the technology behind the activated electrodes from Aliksir. So the intention of these electrodes is anyone who has a sort of predefined antibody or an identified antibody can functionalize these electrodes with that antibody, and they can much quicker get to an electrochemical based assay. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to sketch out just one of the electrodes. So I'll just color that in. Now what we've done in the factory is actually put some recombinant protein AG on the surface. And so our intention is that with your antibody, there's a highly conserved fragment that will actually, what we expect you to do is take the electrode, pipette onto a solution of your antibody, and we expect them, once they're diffused to the surface, to find each other. And actually I'll rub this out then and just sort of show you the same thing, but now with the antibody bound to the surface. So we will, so the intention is we will give you the electrodes activated. So we'll have put a protein on the surface in the factory, and then you'll put your antibody onto them and there'll be a binding. We will also, these electrodes are also being blocked to stop non-specific binding. So you'll just kind of get this sort of binding between the protein, the recombinant protein AG and the FC region of your antibody. Once that's bound, then you want to be able to sort of test, you know, that this, let's say, sensor is starting to work. So what you'll do is you will add in your antigen, and your antigen will start binding with its with the protein. And then in the solution we've actually put a reporter molecule. So there's some reporter molecules here, and these reporter molecules, we actually ship we ship three types. We ship a neutral type, we ship a positive type, and a negative type. Now the reason we do that is because these reporter molecules want to get to the surface, but when you bind your antigen in place, actually that is you could think of it as a blocking mechanism, but actually it can go one of two ways. Depending on the polarity of the reporting molecule that we give you, and in the kit there's a positive reporting molecule, it has a positive charge, a negative reporting molecule, it has a negative charge, and a neutral reporting molecule. And so, for example, if your antigen has a sort of generally negative charge, what we're expecting is if you test it with a negative reporting molecule, in fact, signal will go down the more you bind, because effectively you're blocking and repelling. But if you do this, if you test the same antigen sort of complex now with a positive reporting molecule, you'll actually have a positive signal. The reason being is actually positive molecules are electrostatically attracted to the negative charge of your antigen, so in fact it'll go up. So I know I've said an awful lot in about space of, you know, sort of 4 minutes here, but let me just kind of try and do a quick summary. So the intention of the activated electrodes from Aliksir is we will have activated an electrode surface in our factory. We will have put on recombinant protein AG, and we will have actually put on a blocking molecule as well. or blocking features to stop non-specific binding. You will add your antibody and it will bind through the FC region. Then you will add in your antigens, which will bind. But along with that, we will suggest a particular, whether to use the positive, negative, or neutral reporting molecule. And then what will happen is, if we choose the charges correctly, we'll have signal, and the signal will effectively go up the greater the amount of antigen and the greater the amount of binding. So that's trying to explain the activated electrode kit from Aliksir. And I just recommend, don't hesitate to contact us at Aliksir. You'll find us extremely friendly and happy to support. Okay, thanks very much.